Mercury Intelligence is a website that allows you to spin up AI agents that can essentially make up your entire department. If this is your first time here, my name is Jay, and this is the Everyday AI channel where we teach you how you can use AI in your daily lives. So I'm going to dive right into this here. I've just started the onboarding. I'm going to give my agent the name of JI. We can actually give it some tools and some skills. I want to give it the front end design, canvas design, MCP builder, of course, skill creator, and the theme factory. So we're going to go in and let's see exactly what we can do with this here. So this has just been the onboarding. We can actually drag from my node to JI to open a line of communication, we're being told. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do that there, and that's been done now. Cool. So now we're connected. Click the pulsing blue line between you and your agent to open it. Cool. Okay, sweet. It's quite fresh. I'm just going to say, hey, I'm Jay. I am your creator. What's up, dude? Sweet. Can see what we get from this. And nice to meet you, Jeremiah. Okay, cool. So it's going for the government name. I'm JI. Happy to be your first teammate here. Mercury works best when agents work in teams. I'm gonna bring one more so we can collaborate. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Cool. So we're gonna call okay, so this guy's named himself Joe. Maybe JI has named him Joe. And yeah, let's see what we get here. So really keen to see what what Mercury can actually do for us. Can set up our profile. Let's say AI consultant. Cool. I'm going to save that. I'll leave the photo out for now. Obviously, we've got me, we've got JI, we've got Joe. Of course, we can connect these guys to a bunch of different platforms, as you can see here, like Gmail, GitHub, Notion, Slack, and we can actually use any of the skills they've got here. So you can also take a look at the popular sort of triggers we've got. Oh, nice. They've got Airtable. Okay, big respect already for these guys because they've got an Airtable integration. Airtable is one of my favorite tools. It's like Google Sheets, but on steroids. Cool. We've got a whole bunch of other integrations we can use here. I have to say, this looks pretty cool. You can actually give it some specific instructions, like a main prompt. Of course, we can actually update this system prompt so we can have better contextual or context engineering practices, and give it a budget as well, which is pretty cool. Wow. Cool. So yeah, this is pretty sweet. I gotta be honest. We can also include any files. Okay, great. We've got a file with system prompts in here, which is the main prompt as a markdown file. Loving this. This is in great UI and UX I'm experiencing right now. We can choose the model behind the agent as well. Memory recall, we can turn that on or off. You can actually allow this agent to propose team graph changes if we want. Very, very impressive stuff indeed. And we can also set maximum amounts of turns. If we go on to Joe, I believe Joe's basically got the same sort of different tweaks we can have here, and we can actually create even more agents, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go here. If I click plus, yeah, I can just add a new agent. Wow, we got some more integrations here. So Higgsfield, gum loop. This is very cool stuff. Let's say if I say to JI, what do you think we should do next? So I haven't actually given it any information about what I do. All I've done right now is just sign up, but let's see what JI wants to do or what it thinks we should do next. And potentially it's going to delegate some tasks, maybe to Joe or maybe to other agents. But yeah, just really keen to see what it's going to do. So it depends on what's on your plate. What are you working on right now? Say, help me research AI tools so I know what next to post about on my YouTube and LinkedIn. Cool, let's go to that. And let's see what JI is going to say. Now I think it may give me a straight answer, or perhaps it's gonna want to use Joe. Ultimately, I think this is the future of work. You know, having a node-based canvas like this with the teams combines quite a few things, especially with this pill at the bottom that acts as a prompt bar. I'm really liking the user interface, I have to say, and it's really giving me ideas of some builds I could potentially do. Yeah, I think this is quite an ingenious build so far. I'm not gonna spend too long on this. We can see here we can actually have access to memory and inbox, scheduler, heartbeats, and files as well. So just brief to Joe to research trending AI trends. Okay, great. And we can see here Joe is thinking, and JI's already delegated that. Cool stuff. If we go back to JI, and if I click on here, let's go with Joe, so we can see what Joe's doing. He's researching. Okay, great. So we can see what JI said to Joe. Cool stuff. So I need your help researching AI tools for Jay's YouTube and LinkedIn. Can you pull together a list of the most interesting and trending AI tools right now? Very, very interesting. The fact that you can see the dialogue between AI agents. definitely a big selling point. So it's actually giving it some clear instructions. So what it does in 1 to 2 sentences, why it's worth posting, as in what's the hook, or whether it's better for YouTube or LinkedIn. Aim for 8 to 10 tools, focus on things that are new, controversial, or genuinely useful, not the same old ChatGPT and mid-journey stuff. Okay, cool. So we've got some of the classic ones. Cursor, of course, I love that. Basically live on that. Claude Code and Cursor is my go-to whenever I'm building and developing stuff. Google Notebook LM, my favorite tool, ultimately hands down, just because it allows you to reach a maximum learning velocity. 11 Labs, great tool, of course, for cloning. I'm actually pleased to announce I've launched one of my first digital products, which is a 7-day prompting ebook. I've called it Perfecting Prompts, and it's essentially a 7-day crash course on how you can improve your prompting so that you can supercharge your productivity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the link to Perfecting Prompts below. I put in a lot of work into it, and in there I actually include some frameworks that I teach to global corporations. Definitely check it out. Kling, Perplexity. Now these are some of the sort of big hitters. Maybe I should have made sure in my prompt to JI that I don't want the most popular tools. I want some niche tools that maybe most people haven't heard of. Now Joe's actually communicating back with JI. He's going to give us some instructions or tell it, I guess, what it's discovered, and we basically go from there. So I'm quite impressed with this, I'll be honest, because this is essentially a whole sort of company you can create here. Let's go to next steps. Okay, so it's asking me, I think this is Joe and Jay. Oh no, okay, this is JI, who's actually told me want to go deeper on any of these talking point scripts, outlines, or audience research. So I'm going to leave it there, but ultimately I think I've showcased what Mercury can do. Definitely interesting platform. Ultimately, this is what I believe the future of work will be, so definitely check this out if you think it would be useful for you.